What happens to your body when you don't eat for 72 hours, hour by hour? If this kind of content makes you think differently about health, hit that subscribe button right now. Your future self will thank you. And drop a comment below. Have you ever tried fasting? How long did you last? Let's talk. Let's run a little experiment. You, me, and absolutely nothing to eat for 3 whole days. Yeah, you heard that right. No protein shake, no avocado toast, and no, not even a spoonful of peanut butter before bed. Just 72 hours of keeping your mouth shut food-wise. For those of us in the fitness and health world, that sounds like the worst vacation imaginable, right? The first reaction is pure panic. Oh no, my gains are going to evaporate, my metabolism is going to crash, and I'm going to become so unbearable that even my dog won't want to be around me. But what if I told you the exact opposite happens? What if your body doesn't starve during those 72 hours, but instead activates a secret program that has been buried in your DNA for thousands of years? A program that doesn't make you weaker, but actually repairs you, makes you younger, and doesn't just burn your body fat, it practically vaporizes it. In this video, we're taking a journey through your own body, hour by hour. And I promise you, what happens after hour 48 will completely change everything you thought you knew about food. But before we wake up your metabolism, do me one quick favor. Hit subscribe. Your future, healthier self will absolutely thank you. Let's get into it. All right, you just swallowed your last bite. Let's say it was a solid dinner. A big American classic, steak and potatoes, whatever you like. In the first few hours, absolutely nothing exciting happens. Your body is in what we call digestive mode. It's resting, processing, swimming in the glucose from the food you just ate. Everything feels calm and easy. But then, somewhere around the 8 to 10 hour mark, things start to get interesting. Your liver, your body's built-in battery pack, is starting to run low. The glycogen stores, which is basically the sugar your body banks for later, are almost empty. And now comes the thing we all know too well. Your stomach growls. But here's the first mind-blowing fact. That's not real hunger. That's habit. Your stomach is like a spoiled kid who screams every day at noon because that's always when lunch shows up. The hunger hormone ghrelin is knocking and saying, "Hey boss, where's the resupply?" Most people give in right here. They think, "I need energy or I'm going to crash." Wrong. You have energy. You have tens of thousands of calories stored as body fat. Even if you're pretty lean, you are a walking power plant. You've just misplaced the key to your backup fuel tank. And finding that key is exactly what this process is all about. Most people quit right before the switch gets flipped. But you're not most people, because now it gets chemical. You assume the hunger just gets worse the longer you go without food. That's actually the biggest lie we've ever been taught about our bodies. Because what happens between hours 12 and 18 proves that your body is smarter than your appetite. Get ready for the great metabolic switchover. Welcome to the new zone. Between hours 12 and 18, the real magic we came here for begins. Insulin levels crash, and that is a good thing. Insulin is the hormone that stores fat. When insulin is elevated, fat burning is literally locked out. Door shut, deadbolt on. But now, insulin is gone, and your body gets the memo. Okay, no more sugar coming in. Time for Plan B. Plan B is fat. Your body begins releasing fatty acids into the bloodstream. Those stubborn trouble spots, the belly, the love handles, stop being problem areas and start being premium, high-quality fuel. This is the moment when a lot of people suddenly say, "I feel weirdly clear-headed right now." Or on the flip side, "I feel a little cold and kind of irritable." Both are completely normal. Your body is just relearning how to fire up that old diesel engine it hasn't used in years because it's been constantly fed easy sugar. You're now standing at the threshold of ketosis, fat-burning mode. But this is just the warm-up. Because while you're wondering if you can keep going, your brain is already preparing an upgrade more powerful than any pre-workout or triple espresso you've ever had. Worried about losing muscle? Forget it. Afraid you can't think straight without food? Actually, the opposite is true. What happens at hour 24 is like a cognitive tune-up. Your brain is about to switch over to premium fuel. 24 hours. A full day without eating. Congratulations! You officially belong to the small percentage of the population that knows what real mental discipline feels like. And here's the surprise. The hunger is gone. Why? Because your body is now fully running on ketones. Ketones are rocket fuel for your brain. Unlike glucose, which is like a roller coaster, big energy spike, then sudden crash, ketones burn clean and steady. But the real star of this stage is something called BDNF. Sounds complicated, but it's simple. It's basically fertilizer for your brain. Starting at hour 24, your body begins producing this compound in large amounts. It repairs brain cells. It stimulates the growth of new neural pathways. It protects cognitive function well into old age. From an evolutionary standpoint, this makes perfect sense. When our ancestors hadn't eaten for a day 10,000 years ago, they couldn't just curl up in a cave and zone out. They needed to be alert, sharp, focused, to hunt, to survive, to find food. That's exactly what you feel right now. Laser focus, mental clarity. The brain fog disappears. You're not fasting yourself stupid, you're fasting yourself sharp. But while your brain is running at peak performance, something is happening inside your cells that can only be described as biological recycling. And it's so significant, it earned a Nobel Prize. Okay, your brain is firing on all cylinders. But what about the garbage piling up inside your cells? The old, misfolded proteins, the damaged cellular components, the stuff that makes us age and get sick. Starting at hour 36, your body calls in the cleanup crew. And trust me, you do not want to miss how it rejuvenates you from the inside out. Hours 36 to 48. We're deep in the process now. This is where a mechanism called autophagy hits its peak. The word comes from Greek, auto meaning self, phagein meaning to eat. Your body is eating itself. Hold on, don't panic. It's not eating your muscles or your heart. It's extremely selective. It goes after the weak cells, the damaged ones, the ones that aren't functioning properly anymore. Maybe even cells that could become problematic down the road. It breaks them down, recycles the building blocks, and uses them to build fresh, healthy new cells. This is the ultimate anti-aging protocol. No cream, no supplement, no expensive procedure in Beverly Hills can do what your body is doing right now, for free, from the inside out. And for those of you still worried about muscle loss, here comes the human growth hormone. Starting around hour 48, this hormone skyrockets. We're talking an increase of up to 500%. Why? To protect your muscle mass. Nature isn't stupid. It's not going to burn valuable muscle tissue when you're sitting on a stockpile of fat reserves. Muscle is what you need to run, hunt, and survive. Fat is just the backpack full of supplies. Your body holds onto your muscle like a vice while it melts fat without mercy. But the best part is still coming. We're approaching the finale, the big system reboot. Think it can't get better? Oh, it absolutely can. What happens at hour 72 borders on a medical miracle. We're talking about a near-complete immune system renewal. We're talking about stem cells. If you've made it this far, you're about to collect the grand prize for your health. 72 hours. 3 days. You did it. And what happens in your body right now is the reason people put themselves through this in the first place. Studies have shown that a 3-day fast can regenerate the immune system almost completely. Here's how. It breaks down the old, weak immune cells. That's the autophagy doing its work again. And then, and this is the jaw-dropping part, it activates stem cells. Stem cells are the baby cells of your body, the ones that can become anything. They flood out of your bone marrow and build a new, fresh, powerful immune system from scratch. It's like a full factory reset for your body's defenses. Chronic inflammation drops dramatically. Joint pain often fades. Your skin starts to look clearer and fresher. You're now in a state of deep healing. Your body hasn't had to spend any energy on digestion for 3 days. Imagine giving yourself 3 days completely off from your most demanding job. How rested would you feel? That's exactly how your organs feel right now. Your gut, your liver, your pancreas, they all had the chance to repair themselves. You didn't starve, you healed. But here's the warning nobody gives you. You might feel absolutely incredible right now, but your stomach is extremely sensitive. If you make the mistake that 90% of beginners make coming out of a fast, you will undo everything you just accomplished. How you break the fast is almost more important than the fast itself. The biggest mistake. 72 hours done. Time to hit the drive-thru. Please don't. Seriously. If you throw a massive pile of carbohydrates and heavy food into your system right now, you will overwhelm it completely. Your body will immediately retain water. You'll have serious stomach cramps. You'll feel exhausted and miserable. You need to be gentle. Think of it like waking someone up. You don't throw a bucket of ice water on them. You gently shake their shoulder. Break the fast with a cup of bone broth, a small handful of nuts, maybe half an avocado or some steamed vegetables. Wait an hour. Let your digestive system slowly come back online. Just say, "Hey stomach, we're back." Then, and only then, a small protein-rich meal. If you do it this way, you carry the energy, the mental clarity, and the fat-burning momentum forward for days. So let's wrap this up. Going 72 hours without eating isn't insanity, it's maintenance. It's the major tune-up you take your car in for every year, but almost never give your body. You now know that hunger is just a wave that passes, that your body can burn fat like a furnace, and that you have real power over your own health. You are not fragile. Your body was built for challenge. It grows through it. One important note. I'm not a doctor. I'm just someone who's genuinely fascinated by this science. Please talk to your physician before attempting anything like this, especially if you take any medications. If you're ready to take on the challenge, type 72 hours in the comments below. I want to see who's actually ready to do something for themselves. And if this video opened your eyes, do two things right now. First, give it a thumbs up. Second, check out this video right here, where I break down exactly what happens when you do a 16-hour fast every day. That's the perfect gentle starting point if 3 days still sounds like too much. See you in the next one. Stay healthy, stay curious.